Let's speak with the arm model. Okay, so this is going to be the arm. It's going to be the left arm. Over here you can see. We have the whole arm. This part right here is called the deltoid, where we give the shot usually. And I'll remove it in a bit. Okay, now since that's removed, it makes it way easier for us. So if we see it over here, this part, it's going to be called the subscapularis. It's number 5. And on number 6, we have the supraspinous. Why? Because it's on top as superior. And on number 7, we have the infraspinous, which is right below. So you can see this is the superior, this is the inferior. And on number 8, you can see this thing coming. This is called teres minor, right over here. And this part right here is called teres major, right over here. And if I put the deltoid back again, this is going to be the teres major, and this right over here is going to be the teres minor. And right over here, you have the bicep. For example, when we flex, this is right over here. And if we see on number 11, this is going to be the bicep, as I mentioned. Right over here, we have the muscle called this over here. Sorry, I mean on number 14. It's going to be the brachialis muscle. Why? Because it's going to be under the bicep. Right over here. This is going to be the brachialis muscle. Now, if we move in the forearm, this is his fingers. This over here is going to be the brachial radius, right over here. It's going to be kind of connected with the brachialis, but not all the way. Right over here. And now, if we move laterally from the brachioradialis, we will have something called the extensor carpi radialis longus. It's going to be right over here. It's number 20, as you can see. And on 21, right next to it, we have something called the extensor carpi radialis brevis muscle. They're both extensor carpi, just different ending functions in the end. See? This is going to be, as I mentioned, extensor carpi radialis brevis muscle. And I know these will look different, of course, because they're mentioned differently in the textbook. And on number 22, we have something called the pronator teres muscle. It's right over here. So when we flex, for example, it moves. So it's over here, not this one, not that one. It is this one, number 22. And now if we move bottom to it, on the 23, we have the flexor carpi radialis. It is right over here. See, this is the one. And on 24, if we move medially, we have the palmaris longus muscle. It's going to be the third one. Yes. So we will have the palmaris, the flexor, and the pronator. Good? And then for number 25, as you can see over here, it's going to be the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. It's going to be this one right over here. This is going to be the carpi for the flexor ulnaris. Okay, now from this part, it's going to get a little bit tricky. How? So you see this bicep, as I mentioned? I'm going to remove this. There you go. And if I also remove this part, this part, it may look tricky, but it's not. So then we will have the 26 right under it. That is going to be called the flexor digitorum superficial muscle. This one right here. And then for 27, we have the flexor digitorum profound muscle. You see? This one right here. And now if we go towards laterally
Zygomatic bone,
in the hand, right over
but it
here,
goes into the zygomatic bone.
which is going to be number 28. We will have the
Not smiling.
flexor pollicis longus muscle.
See what I mean?
It's this one right here.
And then
These cannot be found when there's muscle covered to them, so we have to remove special parts of it.
So this one.
Okay, now you cannot see any of those parts. Why? Because I added the
So let's look for the.
bicep and this part back again. So this part is taken care of. You already saw what's inside. Now, let's say if I turn the arm this way in its original shape,
Okay.
on number 30,
So-
right over here,
Look at this real
we
quick.
have the
Let's-
extensor digitorum muscle of hand. It is right over here. See this?
Yeah, maybe I'll do it.
So this is gonna connect towards our middle finger right here. So memorize it as the middle finger going towards extensor digitorum muscle of hand. And this one right here, you can see a small one. It is extensor digiti minimus muscle
Identify it.
right over here. It's a really small one and hard to see.
And you have the
So I'll
left
zoom in.
frontal bone,
It's this one right here.
not bones, muscle action.
This one on number 32, it's going to be the extensor carpi ulnaris muscle. Got it? Good. Now I remove that part again, not the bicep, this part. And over here you can see,
You know.
right under it, it is going to be the supinator muscle. The supinator is this way.
So what is 37?
Got it?
Okay. 37, supinator muscle. Trying to say.
Now look at the hand
forward
closely.
to the bottom of it,
What
you can see
part
how
it
like,
is.
pulls your
You guys know, right?
leg down. You see it?
So what if I say I remove this part?
Flexes,
Take a
or
guess.
whatever contracts, it's gonna pull
Let me
it down.
remove it.
And then
This is what we will have.
that's
On 35, we can see over here,
frontal. Yes. And then
connecting towards the thumb.
So this
On
leg
35.
lifts your forehead, the other one pulls it down.
We have the abductor pollicis longus muscle. It's this one right here.
I know. Yeah.
And now, what if I say we zoom a little bit? See this 36? Not the veins, this
Yeah,
part.
This is 25.
This is gonna be
Basically,
the
it's
extensor
marked on the
pollicis
frontal region,
longus
you know,
muscle.
the frontal.
It's gonna be the
This is in
extensor.
occipital. And then the only muscle we have in the temporal is the temporal muscle.
Okay, now let's move on to hand.
In the book, it looks like it's
You
in
see
front of me.
number 40 right here?
Like when you look at the book picture, it looks like it's in the middle of the lower eye.
So
But
my bad.
I guess it's 18.
40
I guess it's 18.
is gonna be the opponent pollicis muscle.
Oh, okay. This is a way.
Then on
closer to
41,
that, right?
right next
The
to it,
levator,
we have the flexor
superior,
pollicis brevis muscle.
and it pulls
It's
them out
right
up.
this one.
And then these are the zygomatic muscles.
If I turn it this
which
way,
pull them out laterally.
Number
Think about it.
42 is going to be
Laterally
the
pulls.
adductor pollicis muscle. Got it?
Yeah, basically.